The 2026 Toyota Sequoia Limited. It is not just a full-size SUV, it is a rolling fortress that makes everything else on the road look fragile. In a market that is absolutely drowning in soft, uninspired crossovers and fragile luxury haulers that are afraid of a little dirt, you have to ask yourself a serious question. Does this Japanese giant still have the raw mechanical soul to rule the American highway, or has it finally surrendered to the trends and gone soft? The answer is written all over its face, and trust me, it is aggressive. Just look at the front end of this thing. You are staring at a massive, dark-accented hexagonal grille that dominates the rear-view mirror of anyone unlucky enough to be in your way. Framed by piercing triple-beam LED headlights with sequential turn signals that do not just light up the road, they intimidate it. Toyota has doubled down on a design language that is unapologetically bold, giving the Limited trim a sophisticated mix of chrome accents and body color cues that screams high-end luxury without losing that rugged blue-collar edge. The hood is sculpted with deep, muscular ridges that hint at the absolute violence waiting in the engine bay, while the side profile cuts a sharp, chiseled line through the air. It does not look like a box on wheels. It looks like a granite boulder that's been carved by the wind. The fender flares are pronounced and angular, housing the rolling stock with a purpose-built look that suggests this rig is ready to leave the pavement at a moment's notice. Around the back, the styling remains cohesive and tough, featuring sleek, horizontal LED taillights and the bold Sequoia lettering stretched across the tailgate, reminding everyone exactly what just passed them. The Limited sits with a wide, planted stance that feels heavy in the best possible way, projecting a sense of bulletproof reliability that you just don't get from the competition. We are talking about a vehicle that commands respect before you even start the engine. But if you think the exterior is imposing, you are not ready for what they have done to the cabin. We are about to crack open the doors to see if the technology inside can actually keep up with this brute force exterior, or if it's just a pretty shell hiding an outdated system. Stay exactly where you are, because the command center in this truck might just be the biggest surprise of the year. Slide into the driver's seat, and the first thing you realize is that the days of cheap plastic and boring layouts are dead and buried. You are not just sitting at a car, you are strapping into a command center that feels more like the cockpit of a private jet than a family hauler. The absolute centerpiece of this cabin is the massive 14-inch Toyota Audio Multimedia touchscreen. It dominates the dashboard, sitting front and center like a high-definition billboard. The resolution is crystal clear, the response time is smartphone fast, and with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, your digital life is seamlessly integrated into the drive. Grip the leather-wrapped steering wheel and look past it. The old analog dials are gone. In their place is a 12.3-inch full-color digital instrument cluster. It is sharp, customizable, and puts every vital piece of data, from boost pressure to pitch and roll angles, right in your line of sight. You are sitting on heated and ventilated front seats wrapped in premium Softex that feels buttery soft but durable enough to handle years of abuse. Look up, and a panoramic moonroof spans almost the entire length of the roof, flooding the cabin with natural light and making this massive space feel even bigger. Toyota also solved the cargo problem with an adjustable cargo shelf system in the back, letting you stack gear vertically so you never have to leave anything behind. It is quiet, it is refined, and it isolates you from the noise of the outside world. But don't get too comfortable in all this luxury, because a fortress is useless if it can't stand its ground, and you are not going to believe the hardware keeping this beast planted on the asphalt. This is where the rubber meets the reality. You can have all the luxury in the world, but if the stance is weak, the presence of the entire truck falls apart. Thankfully, Toyota did not miss the mark here. The 2026 Sequoia Limited is grounded by a set of massive 20-inch dark gray painted and machined finish alloy wheels. These are not just generic rims slapped on at the factory. They are sculpted structural components that perfectly fill those angular wheel arches, giving the truck a stance that looks ready to pounce even when it is parked at the curb.
They're wrapped in aggressive all-season tires that provide a whisper-quiet ride on the highway, but still have enough sidewall to absorb the punishment of a pothole-riddled city street or a gravel trail. It sits on an independent front suspension in a multi-link rear setup that ditches the old-school leaf springs for a ride that feels surprisingly athletic for a vehicle of this size. It is planted, it is stable, and it feels absolutely glued to the pavement. Before we pop the latch to see what is powering this beast, if you are digging this deep dive into the latest car tech, do me a favor and smash that subscribe button right now so you never miss a future review. You've seen the beauty and you've seen the stance, but none of that matters if the heart of this machine is weak. And trust me, the engine spec we are about to reveal is going to spark a serious debate.
Pop the massive hood and you might be shocked to find that the legendary V8 is officially dead and buried. But do not shed a tear for the dinosaur, because what Toyota put in its place is a masterpiece of modern engineering that makes the old iron block look archaic. We are looking at the iForce Max twin-turbo V6 hybrid powertrain. This is a 3.4-liter monster that completely rewrites the rulebook. The engineers sandwiched a high-output electric motor directly between the engine and the transmission, creating a seamless bridge of power. In the old days, you stepped on the gas and waited for the turbos to wake up. Not anymore. That electric motor delivers an instant sledgehammer hit of torque the millisecond your foot twitches, filling in the power band while the twin turbos scream to life. It transforms this 3-ton giant into a sprinter that can embarrass sports cars at a stoplight. The numbers are absolute insanity. We are talking about exactly 437 horsepower and an earth-moving 583 pound-feet of torque. That is way more twisting force than the old V8 ever dreamed of making. It gives you the mechanical leverage to tow up to 9,520 pounds, dragging a boat or a heavy trailer up a mountain grade like it is not even there. It's all managed by a 10-speed automatic transmission that is telepathic, finding the perfect gear every single time. This is not a hybrid built for saving pennies at the pump. This is a hybrid built for pure, unadulterated dominance. But with all this advanced military-grade hardware, you know the price tag is gonna sting.
Now let's talk numbers, because this level of dominance does not come cheap. Based on the current market trajectory, we expect the 2026 Sequoia Limited to land with a starting MSRP right around $73,500. That is a serious investment, but you are not just paying for metal and rubber here. You are paying for that bulletproof Toyota reliability, the insane resale value, and a hybrid powertrain that feels like a rocket ship. It is a heavy price tag, but for a machine that does everything without breaking a sweat, it might just be a bargain. The Sequoia isn't just surviving the extinction of the V8, it is absolutely thriving in it. Thanks for watching.